sitting here in front of my daughter's piano and a couple of my musical instruments and accessories. Because I'm working on some musical pieces, transposing, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. I have 2,000 miles between me and my daughter and my grandson. And I'll tell you, some of the gossip that gets back to me, I'm like, excuse me? So, oh, Lord. So here's one from 20 years ago. Let me go ahead and explain it to you because it's in our adult genre of communications. It's about babysitting little girls, 3 little girls whose mama was single, left a man who was doing something wrong that she could not live with. And she took her children and moved into another home. And she hired me to be her babysitter while she was out working. So I was babysitting these children, and based on my level of learning from my mother and from TV shows and things like that when I was little here in the battle-born state of Las Vegas, Nevada, underneath Nellis Air Force Base, around other Nellis Air Force Base and Army base children, parents who actually were serving in the military throughout the years of my childhood learning in school. We learned something very specific. You cannot let a child rule your life as an adult, period. So how you handle that is governed by the laws of the land. Back then it was more lenient than it is today. Parents who have children today know that they cannot spank their children. If they do, they could go to jail. If they do, they could lose their children, and that's a sad thing. Spanking is important, however. We don't spank these days because some people went too far and decided to hurt their children while spanking them. That's wrong. You're not supposed to hurt them physically so that they suffer in their life in the future. But that's not what it's about. What it's about is this. This was a psychological venture on my part. There was a little girl of the 3 little girls that would not stop wanting her way. And she would say and do all kinds of strange little things to try to get her way. She was the youngest. There was a middle one, and then there was an older one. The middle one and the older one were twins. They were born around the same time. So anyway, the twins were doing things wrong too, but one day the little girl went too far with me as her babysitter. You know, I used to like to do a lot of fun things with them. But sometimes they would get out of hand, and I'd have to tell them, look, this is how it's going to be. So this little girl one day got upset because she wanted something to be her way so badly that she started crying, and then she said, I'm going to go kill myself. I'm like, really? And that was that. That's it. I'm not going to put up with that. So I said, okay, really well, this is how I'm going to handle this. Like Mama and all of our people around us in the military in Las Vegas, Nevada, 1970s, and on TV in the 1970s, child psychology. This is how I'm going to handle this. You girls stay in here for a few minutes because, you know, you live on 20 acres and, you know, you'll be safe just for a few minutes. I'll be right back. Me and your little sister are going to go somewhere. We'll be right back. They're like, well, we want to go. I said, no. I have to talk to your sister alone right now because she can't keep doing this. So we're going to go talk alone and I'll be right back. So I locked all the doors in the house, went outside. There's no bears. They're on their little circle, well, I should say huge circle. It has nothing to do with their property. We go out into the woods, because that's part of the 20 acres. Going into the woods. The girls are there going, oh, Chloe, when are you going to come back? We'll be back. We're not going far. We're just right here. We can hear you. You can hear us. Just relax. Ooh. Close the door. Lock it. They closed the door. They locked it. All right, let's go walking. Where are we going? This is the little girl now. Where are we going? We're just going to go out here a little ways because we're going to talk. So, you know, remember what you said at the table? You know, you remember what you said when you didn't get what you want? Yeah. Okay. And she goes, well, where are we going? I said, well, we're going to go out here. And she goes, why are we going out here? And I said, well, because you said you wanted to commit suicide. She said, well, what does that mean? I mean, what? And I said, well, there's the road, and there's cars that come by every now and then, so we can stand there and wait for a car, and then you can commit suicide. And she looked at me, she's like, I don't want to commit suicide. And I'm like, that's right. And I looked down at her, and I'm like, oh, you don't want to commit suicide? No, I don't want to commit suicide anymore. Okay, good decision. Very good, very good, very good. Let's go back and tell your sisters the good news. So we turned back around and went back to the house. They opened the door and we told the little girl the good news that she didn't want to commit suicide anymore. So that's the story. Now, some people have gotten some garbage back here to Vegas, like, no, she did this little evil thing with their brains about suicide. No, I did not. I used child psychology, and I taught that little girl a lesson at age 5. And I taught her little sisters at age 7 the lesson, too. Look, don't say things like that you don't mean. Because if you do, then we can work it this way legally. I can't spank you. I can't smack your mouth. But I can show you what you're saying wrong. And I did do that. And there was nothing wrong with it. So I just wanted to share that with everybody on all my genre in the 40s and their 40s and 50s and even the younger ones in the 30s. That's what really happened. Yes.